everybody, welcome back to the stream and welcome back to Purgatory. We're in that weird bit, aren't we, between Christmas and New Year where no one really knows what to do or what to talk about or how to behave, apparently. So welcome to Purgatory. We're here with another stream for you wonderful people as part of the stream streak, which I almost cancelled because I wanted to play more Hogwarts, basically, because that game has hooked me right in. But I was like, I'm not going to cancel. Stream streak. Every day, 8 days, 10 streams, I think, or something, or 11 streams it's going to be in total for you wonderful human beings until Friday. We have already done 40k After Dark on Friday. We did a live game for you on Saturday. We did a Lego marathon for you yesterday. We've done Hogwarts today on Vag. We're back with the hobby show tonight. Tomorrow, we've got more Lego to finish off Hogwarts Express. Tomorrow night, we've got the New Year's Eve stream, where we'll all be hanging out for 3 hours tomorrow night to see in the new year. It's your opportunity to beat the record. And then on Thursday, we've got New Year's resolution. No, we haven't. On Wednesday, which is New Year's Day, we've got New Year's resolutions in the evening. Thursday daytime is currently the Liam, Paddy, and Tom show. In the evening, we're back, the three of us, with a live game of 40k for you. And then on Friday, we come back with After Dark. Much content. Much content. How are you wonderful humans? I can't hobby for two reasons right now. First of all, I hadn't brought an extra camera home from the studio, and secondly because I don't want to hobby on stream right now, although I've got a lot of hobbying to do. So I thought we'd pick something a bit different to talk about. Like I said, tomorrow night we've got the New Year's Eve stream. We'll look back on 2024. Wednesday we've got the resolution stream where we'll look forward to 2025. So today I thought we'd actually talk about the fact that I'm very excited for 2025 for Warhammer. There's like two definite knowns and one we can assume coming in 2025, which have all got me quite excited. The two knowns were on that wonderfully produced, incredibly detailed roadmap that Games Workshop chucked at us like 3-4 months ago, and that is that Eldar and Guard are both coming in early 2025, right? Guard specifically flavoured by Krieg, which makes me incredibly excited because they are my favourite flavour of Astra Militarum. The Krieg are my favourite flavour by far. So that gets me super excited. And then the assumed, I think, is that if they've shown off plastic Fulgrim on Christmas Day with an announcement, I don't know, what was it, 2-3 months ago about Emperor's Children, I think we can assume the Emperor's Children model range will drop in 2025. That's not a no, I think we can assume. I think it's going to happen nowhere near as soon as people are thinking, because Fulgrim was dropped on Christmas Day. I've seen people thinking he's going to come in February and in March. I don't think we'll see him in the first half of the year. I'd like to see him in June because it's the 6th month and it's kind of makes sense to Nash's number, but I don't think we'll see him in the first half of the year. I actually think we'll be seeing him in the latter half of the year, but we'll see. I don't know. Those three things alone, though, new Emperor's Children range, new Eldar, considering the preview show, new Krieg, considering the preview show, have all got me very excited. So that's got me incredibly excited for 2025. I also feel like if we look at what's happened with the Grotmus attachments, we're starting to see the rules team take a slightly different approach to Warhammer. I think there's a couple of not so great things they've done. I think they've flat murdered Sisters, for example, in the balanced data slate and the points update. But that aside, if we look at the detachments alone and most of the changes, in fact, that are being made, I think they're finally getting a grip of it. You know, just in time for them to change the whole edition again in just over a year's time. So I'm mostly positive. I'm really excited for the next year. My mojo for Warhammer 40k is well and truly back, and I can't wait to get going in the new year. So I thought I'd throw the question to you lot as well. Like, are you excited for 2025? If you are, why? What for? If you aren't, why? Why not? Just out of interest. In the meantime, James, thank you for becoming a Skull Tier member all by yourself. We have our normal members goal that says excited people. I have removed the subscriber goal from the screen because at the moment it's flat depressing. Because it went to over 33,800 3 times and then kept dropping below, just below. And then recently, over the last 2 days, 50 subs have disappeared, which means normally YouTube are doing a bot purge.
Yeah.
And they delete all the bot accounts. But when I then go from, I finally made it, we've actually got to like 3,810, it probably won't drop below again. Oh, we're at 3,760. And my subscriber count for the last 28 days says like minus 16.
You should stop buying the bots then.
I don't. You should see some of the comments that are appearing on the channel lately. There's one that, I don't know if this is one that popped up recently, but it might be in the recent comments. And I can't stop these. Oh, here we go. This is the one. This was posted on the Lego stream 7 hours ago, right? And it says, "You're doing a fantastic job. Just a quick off-topic question. I have a SafePal wallet with USDT, and I have the seed phrase, album fetch, churn bridge, exercise tape, speak race, Clark, crutch, crater letter. How can I transfer them to Binance?"
That's one hell of a phrase.
What the fuck is that?
That's
What
a
is
phrase.
that? Well, so we've turned the subscriber count off right now because, you know. So if you're excited for 2025, chat, chuck him on a big postcard for us. Let's get this party started. I think we can see World Eaters credits will drop the April May along with a new unit or two. You reckon World Eaters this year as well, Kev? You reckon? Because that would make me excited too, obviously. Because I love World Eaters. Having said that, Tom may become our resident World Eaters player, possibly, for the majority of the games for World Eaters. I think he might love them slightly more than I do, and I really fucking love them. Personally, I think I'm most looking forward to... Well, I'll read yours out, James, because you became a Scarlet tier member. We're the only one to spend any money so far. Personally, the thing I'm most looking forward to in 2025 is Trench Crusade and really diving into GW's smaller, older games like Blood Bowl and Mordheim. That sounds interesting. At least you got bot fans. Is this Liam's crypto bot arc? Is that what it is? Tony says the Nigerian prince I speak to speaks the same way.
Hey now, I'm still waiting for my Nigerian prince.
Are you?
Promised me he was coming for me.
How much have you paid him so far?
Me. Well, I thought surely that sum of money should be transferred over in person, and we can do like a boop machine. He must have a boop machine. He's a prince, so he has all the gadgets. Of course,
yeah, of course.
So I don't feel comfortable sending that much money over the internet just like that. Could go to anyone, couldn't it?
I hope PC appear in June so my bank balance has time to recover from the new Eldar.
You went to the new Eldar on the clock. I subscribed you as well. Thanks for all the helps earlier, by the way, mate. It actually genuinely helped. Right? I had £5 no IUs from me today. I know, Ash. I massively appreciated it. Thank you. Yeah, I think... So we know that Eldar and Guard are Q1. Doesn't make sense for them to drop the same month. If I was GW, I wouldn't want to drop things in January. If I was any company, unless doing it in January sales, I wouldn't want to be releasing new things in January. Why would you? Especially when you're a luxury hobby. Why release stuff in January? It doesn't make any sense. No one's got any money. Everyone's skint, and everyone's just had a 6-week month. So I don't know why. I don't see anyone. I don't see why that would. So I would. If it was me, I would release something in February, something in March for 2 major codexes that are coming out. Then you could have April, May to recover, and then June for Emperor's Children. That would be cool. How many Kai says, how many Nigerian princes are there? I get daily emails from mine, and he's a Christian. What other factions can Tom play on the channel? So he currently plays... What does he play? He plays Orcs, he plays World Eaters, and he plays... What else does he play?
I reckon my Nigerian prince was on his way to me and got all confused by a roadworks diversion where the directions run out halfway through the countryside lanes. There's no way he's lying to me, no way.
No way, why would anyone lie to you, babe?
No.
Everyone, we need some sympathy in the chat for Luce as well. She's feeling a bit poorly today.
It's my turn to be poorly.
It's your turn to be poorly, apparently, yes. What terrifies me is we're so far out of the flu, COVID fucking epidemic we had in the house that it's not that, which means it's a different strand. So if you get sick this time, that's fine. It can be your turn to be sick and I'll be here to look after you. If you give it to me, I'll murder you.
You won't be here to look after me because you have to go back to work.
Yeah, no, I do, but mostly I'll be here to look after you. But if you give it to me, I will murder you. That's the point we're trying to make.
We were just chatting about that statistic.
Yeah, but still, if you give it to me, I'll murder you. You don't seem to understand the point here.
See, I don't get the same quality of care, chat.
I don't want to be sick.
You stay over there. I don't want to be sick.
Need some Death Guard on stream. We haven't got any Death Guard painted. If we had a Death Guard army, it's an army Tom could probably play. But Joe's got a lot on his plate. It's not. I can't give him a new army at the moment. He's got a lot to do. So maybe in the future. I also want to, like, there's things I want to do before we think about adding a new faction. I want to expand the Black Templars. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. I want to expand the Templars with Siege at some point.
I'm very excited for 2025. I've been chasing the completion of my Orc army. I can also possibly complete my new influx of Kroot. I caught the painting obsession 2 years ago, and it hasn't let go of me yet. Luce, stay well.
Evan, thanks for $20, man.
Aww,
Stay well,
thank
Luce. I think she's already failed that part, I'll be honest. The sniffling is giving it away. Evan, thank you for the one gifted as well. Mate, you're a legend. Evan,
Saying it wrong.
right, you're a hero. I'm starting to really enjoy painting. I've never really enjoyed it. I've kind of, it's been all right. I've started to really enjoy the painting. I think part of it is finding a scheme that I really like. But I've started legitimately really enjoying the painting. I'm just slow at it at the moment, which is, I mean, slow is better than not at all. And for the last few years, it's been not at all. So, I have lots of DG from 8th. Well, good for you, Carl. You won't be able to call them Black Templars. Why not?
Do you not get the urge to go, Templar? Like...
Templar? Templar? Yeah.
Templar?
Yeah. Edward, thank you for the one gifted. Beautiful people. Up to a mighty 3.
I think I'm just going to stuff a tissue up my right nostril.
2025, the year of the elf.
Yeah. I am elf. I am elf. Thank you so much, Andy, for the 2. I'm excited for 2025 year of the elf, I'll be honest. Very excited about year of the elf. I want to know what's happening with the one they forgot. Year of the gas mask. You jumping into the Krieg stuff, Carl. I'm looking forward to finish my Flesh Terrors that I started in 2020. I've managed one so far, partially painted. Have you got Seth? Sorry, too soon. Joe was talking about this literally earlier in a chat, that he really wants to love Blood Angels, but since they murdered Seth, he's just lost the passion.
Who's Seth?
Gabriel Seth was the chapter master of the Flesh Terrors, who are a sub-chapter, second founding of the Blood Angels.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was a chapter master who had a character profile in the game and a model up until they released a new codex a few months ago, at which point they flat removed him, removed his character profile so you couldn't play him in game.
Why?
Don't sell his model in. We don't know, they just removed him. Just removed him.
Do you think maybe he did something despicable, like...
I think they just... I honestly think they just don't like Joe.
Do you think maybe, like, he slept with the boss's wife on the works Christmas do or something?
He is the boss, he's chapter master.
Wonder what he did then!
I know.
I mean, it's pretty bad to sleep with the boss's wife on the Christmas works do in the cloakroom. But...
Joe's absolutely convinced, without fail, that GW... Like, he's got this in his head, by the way. This is interesting. Joe's got this in his head, right? That he is absolutely 100% convinced. Games Workshop watch the channel. And on specifically Liam and Joe shows, when we sit down and we say, instead of doing it this way, they should do it this way. Instead of doing this, they should do this. Instead of doing this, they should change it to this. And actually, there's a disproportionately high percentage of suggestions that we make that end up coming in months later. So either we're just thinking the same as the team, and we're going, well, this would be the logical way of doing it. The team, now it's settled, are going, well, this would be the logical way of doing it.
Yeah.
Or, in Joe's mind, they're watching the stream and doing what we say.
I think we're not that unique. We're creatures of habit. We're quite predictable. And maybe they're all thinking the same.
That's exactly what I think. But
Yeah.
Joe's got it in his head, they're watching the channel. They're absolutely watching the channel. So I think, because because they just want to wind you up. They just removed Seth because he loves it was his favourite character in Warhammer. One of his favourite characters in Warhammer. His probably second favourite character in Warhammer behind Abaddon. So I reckon that's what's happened. Interesting choice to make it Year of the Elf and also release Emperor's Children. I mean, I think that's cool though, isn't it? Slanesh and Eldar.
Have we got any GPs in our chat? I know we've got some doctors.
Agapa.
Agapa.
Have we got any Gapas? I don't know. There's 134 people watching right now. Only 60 likes. Lazy motherfuckers.
I have a general health question.
Uh-oh. Don't get it out on the stream, Luce.
No.
Don't. We'll get
it's
demonetised.
fine. I got a cream for it. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
You know
the redness has stopped, yeah?
Yeah. And that thing went, so it's fine. You know when you have a cold and then your nose just drips and it's like water? What is going on in the sinuses? What is that?
They know what you're talking about because they've heard it for the last 3 minutes.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get tissue and just bundle it up my right nostril and just sit here with like an icicle hanging out my nose. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, no.
I'm so bored of it.
Yeah. But you've got a cream for it and the itching stopped. So,
yeah,
you know.
the thing went. So.
Yeah, the thing went. Plot twist, Joe, the secret CEO. I've seen the car he drives, Carl. He's not. 10th edition has been the year of chaos. I mean, for different reasons, though, right? Wee man! Hello, Nick. How are you, dude? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You absolute legend. Absolute hero. We have also started some brief discussions about Spearhead, not Spearhead, version 2.
Why is it not Spearhead?
Because it's Combat Patrol instead.
Oh.
So the Spearhead is the AOS version, Combat Patrol is the Warhammer 40k version.
Okay.
We have dates. Although you have picked a date, you have picked a weekend where Saints are at home on the Saturday. I was having a conversation with you.
Knit. Yes, I know Saints are at home, but you're not going to go because
I am.
You're needed in work.
You've picked a weekend where they're at home and it's a walk around the corner. I am going to be going.
Me and Jill were talking very openly about that date, and you said nothing. That's on you.
You can look at my calendar. It's literally your calendar.
Slip. Knit.
I will be going. I forgot about Fulgrim reveal. I'm quite excited for Emperor's Children. I plan on snapping them up as soon as they enter the store. I think they're going to be... I'm hoping they're going to be really cool. Some of the graphics that they've shown on the web store so far, on the Warhammer community page, show them, I think, to be the kind of aesthetic that I'm hoping for. I don't want the stupidly guitar-y, rock metal fucking Emperor's Children. I want the more heresy vibe, and it looks like that's where they're going, which I'm very excited for. Can we know said date or time frame? I can tell you the date that's planned at the moment, but Luce and Jill have planned the date, so when I go to the football, they'll have to look after you for a couple of hours.
Well, let's be honest, it's all on Jill because I know nothing about Warhammer. So
You don't need to know anything about Warhammer once
poor
you're there.
Jill is going to be like...
Luce, don't tell them.
What?
I know nothing about fucking Warhammer, really.
I don't think that's a secret.
Wow. What a bitch. Gotta have a shared calendar chat. Yeah, we got a shared calendar. I have date in front of me. It's right here. That's the date there, Kev. Right there. You see it? No. Okay. What has Tony said? Just kidding. What's he said before that? Am I on live chat? I am on live chat. I can't see. Your body is trying to flush out the bad stuff, infection, etc. You can try antihistamines to dry up the dripping.
Could we get a double Codex bullshit month with Eldar and EC at the same time?
I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
What's that? My body's trying to what?
Flush out. Flush out the bad stuff. You can try antihistamines to dry up the dripping. I think he means from your nose. Decongestions will make the flow increase. Again, I think he means from your nose.
It must be my nose because the cream worked, so... Oh, antihistamines is interesting, and they make you really drowsy, so taking them now would be okay.
Yeah. Antihistamines might help, but I don't know if it's going to make it, like, if you're stopping the body from doing what it does.
Yeah, this is the problem when people have things like neurovirus, they take all the things that stop the diarrhea, which isn't really a good idea because that's how your body gets out a bug. I remember being told in the care homes that if when you go to the toilet it smells really farty, then you've actually got a low-level bug.
Mucus contains the enzymes that digest the bacteria.
Oh, that's cool.
Can't flush out the cov.
No. Is that Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say that, but look at the 40k Fulgrim compared to Heresy models. Fulgrim transfigured. The Heresy Fulgrim is everything I wanted 40k Grim to be. This new one has more of the gross metal vibe. I've seen a lot of takes on this one, right? And I think that if we're going to rate the model design and aesthetic out of 10, Heresy Fulgrim's like an 8, 9 out of 10, and 40k Fulgrim's like a 7 out of 10. But it's still good. 7 out of 10 is still really, really good. But that being said, the Heresy one is resin, so that drops its score significantly, and the 40k one's plastic, which increases its score significantly. So best just to let it run its course. Yeah, that's why I said as well.
What's that? My drippy nose.
What has Liam all excited? Eldar and Krieg, CJ. What better in 40k is there than Elves and Krieg? Elves and Krieg. That's why I'm excited. So if you're a Thane, note this in your calendar. But no one likes a but we're going to be slightly reducing the number of attendees, and if there's more than the number of attendees that we're going to allow to come, I'm just going to pick my favourites. That's fair, innit? So like if John applies, fucking gifts 50 a day, in straight away, he's in. If Kev applies, gifts loads like John does, he's in straight away.
What's your reason for lowering the head count?
I felt like it was a little bit close to being cramped the last time. I'd like a little bit more space for people to move around.
And how many was there last time?
We allowed 22 last time, I think.
Okay.
So babysitting nerds is easy. I'll just throw down a load of paints and dice. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to reduce the head count slightly. And it's going to be on a first come, favourite served basis. All right. But you've got from now until then to become a favourite. So there you go. And it's going to be the last full weekend. At the moment, the plan is it's going to be the last, and it's subject to change. So don't start booking fucking hotels and stuff. We will tell you in the Thanes when you can start booking hotels and stuff. It's currently planned to be between the 25th and the 27th of April. All right.
I did a few Google checks on counties and their school holidays.
Yeah.
And it looks like, at a glance, the weekend we've chosen is after all the Easter holidays have stopped. So I haven't encroached on family time at all. It's the weekend after. Hopefully.
Carl says we won't apply this time then. Carl, your kids are probably the people playing the most, what's the word, competent version of Spearhead on the weekend. So at least if your kids come, we can say that someone's playing the game properly. Tony, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. What a legend. We're up to 9. I need to update this. We are up to 9 after Wee Man's 5 as well. I still haven't got this fucking thing to fix yet and to actually be doing it properly. It broke once. It's never fixed since. Amazing. Same format with the live audience on the Thursday. Yes, Kev, 100%.
I am Liam's favourite.
If you want to fly over from America for him, hey? It's a long way though. Thanks, Tony, for the 2. Legend. That's 2 out of 3. But there's no hat tricks today because Lucy's sick and doesn't do it on Monday, so there you go.
I'm knitting.
Pay to gain love, just like life. Exactly. 100%. Carl's kids can come, little legends. Yeah, it's just not Carl. Actually, no, he'd probably like that. A weekend away from the kids. Baines can babysit his kids and he gets to go and sit in a hotel on his own.
Amazing.
Yeah. Tony, thank you for the poo. It's a hat trick.
I'm knitting. You're going to have to say ding.
I'm not going to say ding. You've got a bell.
It's,
Bell me.
Oh!
Bell me.
Who is it?
Tony, Mr. Minute.
Tony, I'm on a counting row. It's very selfish of you.
He's normally very generous too.
That wasn't it.
I don't want to be anyone's favorite since my priest said I was one of his.
She's very excited about this bell. What are you doing? There you go. You got a ding and a doggo. All right. So you're playing Fulham, 3 points to Fulham. That's the same with every. It's not the Saints. It's not a joke anymore nowadays. The Saints team. It's just depressing. Right. So when you talk about the football now, I just get depressed, and I'll go to that game on that day and probably come back depressed. So.
Ugh.
Careful, she'll ding your belt. Yeah, well, I was careful this time. I kept my crotch area well away from her feet.
If she vomits over there, that's on your half of the room.
Right.
So you can clean it up.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
That's the rules.
Yeah, it's on your half.
So we have time to ply you with drinks at Beachhead.
Oh yeah, people buying lots of drinks at Beachhead could also sway it. I used to book that hotel actually. I used to book Joe and I a hotel for Beachhead.
I'm
saying that that's unpleasant. I'll be honest, that's not. I'm glad you're not on camera.
Dog tax. Look at that face.
Thanks, Evan. You're a hero. Go there. Go 0-4 down. Leave at half time. No, stay till the end. Stay till the end always. Very rarely have I ever left early, to be fair. Actually, Ash, to be honest with you. Watch rugby, mate. Best sport ever. I fucking love rugby. Look, Tom. I love rugby. We're going to watch England-Italy in the Six Nations in March. I want to say it's March. I think it's March. And then we've got the Gallagher Premiership final booked again as well. Just saying. You alright? Yeah. Oh, it's literally stuck in your nose.
Yes, I can't. It's
oh, wow.
because
you've
otherwise
literally
I'm gonna
jammed
keep
tissue up your nose.
like a stalactite.
That. Oh my god.
Because otherwise, I'm going to keep blowing my nose, which will make my nose really sore.
Yeah.
Or I'll keep sniffing, which will then irritate my sinuses.
That's a photo I'd love to take and post in Thames. That's a behind-the-scenes photo right there.
This is January.
Yeah.
Were you ever going to do your calendar? Do you remember that?
Yeah. The thing is, I think I just want 12 images of Eddie in his calendar poses.
Oh, yeah, that was how it came up.
All this season I thought the full name of your team was Southampton 0.
That's not fair though, is it, Jay? We've scored at least 6 goals this season. What team are you supporting tonight, Ashley, exactly?
I am excited to buy a model for the first time in a while, my boy Fulgrim.
In plastic, Anthony, yeah, I assume. It's, I think it's really pretty. Look, right, hang on. We haven't actually done this, but... I don't really care for Emperor's Children all that much.
Doggo money. 25th, 27th April, right? Can I come?
I said my favourite.
Sad face.
I said my favourites, and you thought I was worth $1.99. So, what do you think? Right, come on. Right, here's the Fulgrim Transfigured article, right? There's a lot of hate for this model in places. I really like Emperor's Children, but I don't like them as much as I like World Eaters. I reckon they'd probably be my second choice behind World Eaters in terms of God-specific. I reckon my preference would go World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Thousand Suns, and then Death Guard. But I don't, at the moment at least, have an urge to build another or play with another Chaos Space Marine power armored army. In fact, I think that one of the things that's made me the most excited lately, being back on the Eldar, is simply the fact that it's not a power armored army. It's got lots of different things, you know. So
Of course, he is pretty. He is the perfect boy, Fulgrim.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for the $5. You're a legend. So this was the article that came out Christmas Day, right? And we're not going to worry too much about the words and the nonsense. We're going to look at this beautiful. And I don't understand the hate for him. I think he's stunning. I think he's really cool. I think that maybe the paint job here in places hasn't done the proportions favours, and it'll be interesting to see him in the hand. But 4 arms, 3 weapons, big pointy tail, big wings. I think he's really nice. I would argue that here I think they probably picked the best head out of the options. I think the wings look cool. I think, again, the paint job here might not have done it loads of favours because they've really accentuated some of the ridges here. But we'll see. Heavy Metal know how to paint these models better than I do. But once it's got a slightly more muted paint job, I'll be interested to see how it looks then. The tail coming all the way round and back up out here. I love it. I think it's super amazing, right? We come down to this imagery from a while ago. I think they've nailed that. Big wing up here. I love it. I think it's really cool. We keep scrolling down. We get some more of the details. The gem at the front. The backpack at the back of his hair. His blade. The tail with the weird flamey spiky shit, his big horns. This is cool as shit, chat. I mean, probably screaming to be broken, but cool as shit. Tail's amazing. The heads are interesting. I like bottom right. I hate the other 3. My personal preference. I hate the other 3. That one looks like he's pulling a weird face. This one looks like he's trying to have a shit. I don't know what they were thinking there. That looks fucking awful. I really hate this one. I really hate it. And conversely, people like Joe, I think it was, or maybe it was Paddy, were like, oh no, I really like the helmet option. So it's clearly Marmite. I really it's awful. I think it looks dreadful. It makes his head look like a potato. If you think, right, about the incredible jawlines they get here on his head, this one here, the jawline that they get, the shape to the head here, and the evil looking laugh is just perfect. That head is dreadful in my opinion. It ruins the strong, powerful. It's terrible. So that's. I think I still think I genuinely do think that the Heresy one is slightly nicer overall. Let's actually have a look. Let's have a look. Let's go and find Heresy Fulgrim. We go to Horus Heresy. We go to Traitor Legions. We go to Emperor's Children. No, that's the wrong Fulgrim. I bet Fulgrim Transfigured is sold out now. Boop.
I love the model, but one thing I would say is a negative for me, personal preference I know, is it looks a bit too symmetrical, looks a little unnatural at that straight on angle.
Okay, I mean, again, you know, it's photos, isn't it? Photos often make him worse. Here's I mean, so I think this is a nicer looking Fulgrim, okay? I prefer the big open wings. I prefer the base and the way the tail comes around the base. The proportions aren't too dissimilar around here. He's obviously got his 4 arms again. It's more of a normal face than a demon-y face, despite the fact at this point he has become a demon. But look, this is one of the things that this is one of the reasons why plastic Fulgrim will flat murder resin Fulgrim, despite the fact that I think resin Fulgrim looks slightly nicer, right? Look, even in the photo on the Games Workshop website, right? This is them showcasing their model to the world and selling it as an expert kit for £182, right? So the first thing, you can guarantee plastic Fulgrim's going to be about £100. What's my big criticism going to be? Even on the photo, on the website, the big spear, which is the coolest weapon he has, is bent. It's not straight. Because it's fucking resin, which is the devil's work. Right? Because if this was plastic, I'd buy this one every time, even if it was slightly more money. Honestly, without doubt. But the fact that things like that's bent, and you don't know when you get this, if all the resin pieces are going to be in good condition or there's going to be resin slips or not, is upsetting. I prefer the face here. I think the armor's nicer. I prefer the fact he's got a plain face here. I much prefer the way the snake body curls round and goes under like this and comes out rather than just loop, 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 right? I love the spear. Again, I have a problem with the fact that it's bent even on the display. Look at that. Bent even on the display version, right? And the spear is cooler than the other option, obviously, as well. But it's resin. Resin, chat. So I can't take it seriously. Anyway, back to this article. What I also like to see, which is up here somewhere, here it is. I like to see this. This makes me happy. This makes me hopeful for less rock guitar nonsense and more proper sonic weapon nonsense. And if they do basic Noise Marines properly, a la Berserker kit, this could convince me. This could absolutely convince me. And if they make them so pretty that they could also be used in Heresy as well. Oh, I said that at the wrong time. Mr. John McConnell, thank you for 20 gifted memberships, you absolute hero. We were on 9. It's not strong today. If they were to make these essentially usable in Heresy, that could be very interesting for me. Genuinely very interesting for me. John, thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships, man. What a legend. What a legend. He did it on the VAD stream earlier as well. No one else gifted. Mr. John came in and went, bang, have 20. What a fucking hero. What a hero. I 100% want more of the body horror EC stuff is what drew me to it in the first place. I need to stop talking about it because I'll talk myself into them at this rate. And when Fulgrim, plastic Fulgrim got dropped, both Paddy and Joe dropped their yogurt everywhere. And I categorically stated, yeah, you can have it, Joe, I don't really mind. Because I think that whenever it comes out, it doesn't matter if it comes out in December. I said to him, I'll probably still be painting my Eldar.
The work WhatsApp chat is ridiculous.
Why?
Because 3 times I picked up my phone, there was from maybe 16 messages to 110 messages.
Yeah. They got excited over Christmas.
I'd expect it from a team of 10 people. But there's you, Joe, Paddy, Brom, Tom,
Eddie, you.
I have nothing to offer in that chat.
The bar's not broken, I just have to manually update it. Thank you so much, Weeman, for 5 more gifted. Thank you, Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Gloucester, for 5 more gifted. It doesn't, mine doesn't automatically update anymore, John, it's broken. It was actually on 9, mate. But to be fair, we did get 100 yesterday on Lego stream, which is not normal. So, you know. $49 now. It's 39. What are you on about 49? It's 39 now. Your maths, Ash. Horrendous. The meter's busted. No, I fixed it. I fixed it now. After painting 600 Salamander Marines, do you know how much fun it is having painting a client's Tyranids? I'm currently sitting and doing High Fleet Leviathan for him, loving it again. Good.
Do it, join Slunch. Also, does that last article mean the Noise Marines are just going to be upgrade kits again?
I don't think they will. No, I don't think they'll be upgrade kits. I think you'll get a proper, like, think about it, right? You don't have upgrade kits for Plague Marines, Rubric Marines, or for Berserkers. I think you'll get a full kit. I think for the first time, Emperor's Children are going to get a full kit for their. The one thing that will piss me off is if they get a beautiful Terminator kit. That will annoy me, because then World Eaters will be the only ones that don't have it. But then they do have the 8-bound. I'd be very interested, if you think about it, right? With Thousand Suns, they went Scarab Occult, Rubrics, and a couple of extra units, which were pretty standard. We expected them. Death Guard, they went Death Shroud, they went Blight Lord, they went Plague Marines, and then they went for a couple of extra characters and stuff. They did bring in some cool demon engines for Death Guard. They brought in the Blight Haulers and stuff like that. 1,000 stuff, I guess they got the Mutilex Vortex Beast. I'm very interested to see what the fuck they're cooking up for Emperor's Children, because I think we often see brand new units that haven't existed before, and I'm very excited for it. 39. Oh, we can do better than that. Yeah. Ash, by the way, said, John, this is how these young people think, right? He said 49. He's wrong. We're at 39, but he might not have done his maths GCSE yet. He said, if you gift 50, John, I'll top it up to 100. So, John, who's already gifted 40 today, if you gift another 50, I'll add 1, is what he said. Unbelievable, these kids of today, honestly. Phoenix Guard, yes, please. Yes, please. That they at the moment, they're about the only thing I think that could pull me right now into doing power armor and taking a break on elves. Because the article release and the announcement that they did, the thing that's got me so excited for this year is the Eldar release. And I'm sure that's not a massive surprise for all of you, but that's the thing that's got me really excited for a number of reasons, because I think logically there's going to be so many ways of playing. They're including Ynnari in the book and including the Drakari units that you can take. They're including Harlequins in the book. Like, it's so good. There's going to be so many different options and ways of playing. I am crossing everything that Eldar doesn't end up being a codex that has a singular build and that's it. A singular detachment and that's it. I want 5 detachments, 6 detachments to be completely viable to play. Well, I want all of them to be viable, but let's be realistic. I want 5 or 6 detachments to be viable to play regularly so that when I'm playing them frequently on stream, I can mix it up constantly and keep it interesting. Not just for you guys, but for me as well. Because different ways of playing. That's what excites me the most. Grimgar, thank you for the 5 gifted. Legend. Up to 44. Whoa. Nearly halfway there. He says. Is it broke? There we go. Not even new Ravenwing. No, I think they need to be... So now I've settled on my Eldar scheme. I think they need to be different to black. If they Ravenwing removed a lot of Ravenwing stuff from the codex, which meant that it got a bit more boring. If they'd have kept all the old Ravenwing stuff in the codex and released new models for all of them, I'd have been on board, I reckon. Dark Angels could tempt me, but at the moment what I'm probably going to do, and I've spoken to about this, is I'm probably going to shift all of my Inner Circle companions to Joe and be like, build those for the Channel Army. And give him a couple extra bits to build for the Channel Army to give me some variety.
Given you and Luce are the most organised of thespians, is now the time to ask if there is a chance for a summer sojourn to Buckinghamshire for a spot of shooting with champagne and sushi, then steak and wine for dinner?
Guess who that is? Don't tell me you've forgotten the name. Because you know it is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Summer is the time to do it, isn't it, Martin? Out in the sunshine.
I think me and the boys have our week off. It's either the second week of July or the first week of September, because we go through.
If we can get it in the calendar really early, mate, I'll get Luce to give us the best weekends. Is that fair?
Yeah.
We'll get it in the calendar early. It'll be easy to plan it early. If we wait till like May to plan it, we'll be full up already.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. She's also not really thinking about eating steak and drinking wine while she sat there with a tissue stuck up her nose. But Martin, thank you for the 20 anyway. And talking to 20s, this is the Star Pilot. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Absolute hero. What a legend. Don't get yourself in trouble. Yeah, absolute hero. It's just the Harlequins and the Drakari you could take as Ynnari in the Eldar Codex. Yes, I'd imagine so. They won't put the whole Drakari Codex in Eldar, as much as I would fucking love that, and for everything to be wildly interchangeable. They won't do that. I guess they're going to go and I said this before Christmas, and I said this as soon as they announced it. They're going to restrict massive. I stopped buying, so I bought Lilith and I bought Drazar because I love the models. Basically, only reason. Right? I actually bought them because I love the models. I'd love to paint Lilith really, really well, especially because I've always been very bad at flesh, and she's got a lot of flesh on show. So I'd like to paint her quite well. But I stopped buying anything Drakari, and because I was like, they're going to get a new codex early 2025, so let's see if it changes. Then when they announced in the announcement stream that we did at the start of Flu that they were going to have all the Drakari units that you could take in Ynnari in the codex, I was like, I'm going to stop buying anything, because I reckon they'll restrict what could be taken, because currently you can take everything Drakari that isn't homunculus covenants, and I don't see that carrying over. I reckon they could lose access to a lot. I'll be happy as long as they can take Lilith and Drazar. I don't think you'll get Drazar, but Lilith is narrative because she fights alongside the Inari in the narrative, and you can listen to the Lilith Hesperex audiobook on Audible. The Queen of Knives. I think Drakari is enough of something separate to ever recombine. They won't. Yeah, there's too much. Like if you put everything Drakari and Harlequins and Eldar in one codex, it becomes significantly bigger than the Space Marine book. Significantly bigger. So I don't see that ever happening either. You think they'll lose Witch Covens? Witch Covens is the last thing they'll lose, Andy, because that's like very narratively involved in the Inari stuff. I started reading the old Gathering Storm book the other day. Sat up in bed, little page turner.
When were you reading in bed?
When was I? I wasn't reading in bed. That's a lie. I actually took you to your dentist appointment. I was reading in the car.
Oh.
That's when I did it. I've lied.
Say?
Lied to you all, chat. An Eldar Renegades type codex could have Drakari, Corsairs, Exarchs, and maybe Harlequins too would be cool. That'd be cool as shit. I'd be into that. Come on, chat. What else are you is there anything else you're looking forward to in 2025? I'm actually getting extremely excited for Beachhead because every fucking member of the Great Hall community I speak to at the moment says they're coming to Beachhead.
Oh, this is turning out pretty good.
You're going to get cold toes, though.
No, I'm going to sew the toes on. No,
okay.
not sew them on.
You sew your toes on?
Yeah. Look at that. That's a cozy sock.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a compression sock as well, which... Ooh. That's cozy.
Yeah. You're still an Acer, aren't you? Aces... So when we talk about the Thanes weekend, it's called Thanes weekend because the majority of people are Thanes. Aces will get priority. They just do. Because part of the Acer membership level is you get a free event entry every year. Aces... I look forward to Beachhead, but less exciting to book the hotel. I haven't booked it yet. I'm still I think.
I can promise that it will be the most relaxed and extravagant day. Loose would have fun too. If you don't like the champagne and wine, you can pound my collection of fruit liquors from Burgundy.
We're not typically fans of champagne. We are, however, fans of wine. Luce particularly likes a nice Rioja.
The trouble is, Martin,
but...
me and Liam come from quite humble beginnings, so we don't know how to be around people like you. That's the truth of the matter.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to say words like cunt and fuck off, and you're going to go, oh my God,
we'll get
who have I invited?
Kicked out the country club, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've combed my hair the wrong way. But Luce has also recently become very partial to some certain rums because we did lots of rum tasting. So there's a fresh bottle of Bumbu turning up tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
We need to get Brom round here because I can't sink a whole bottle by
honestly,
myself.
I reckon if we start the New Year's Eve stream and give you that Bumbu bottle in a mixer, right, by the end of the stream, it will have cured your cold.
Giving me a whole new problem, but...
Yeah, give you the same hangover that you had on Sunday, but would have cleared your cold.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah. So, there we go. We are from humble. We're both from very working class families. I talk posh just because of where I'm from, and I've mixed with some more well-to-do crowds in my latter years of of professional employment. No.
Yeah.
So we can. But when I default, it's not 100%. But yeah, I'm super excited for Beachhead. Like I said, everyone I speak to is coming to Beachhead, which is fucking incredible. All right, it's amazing. I've got to book the hotel. I used to do that this week, actually, really. But I need to book for Joe as well because he's a man-child. I need to know is anyone booked a nice hotel? Because one of the little treat things I do for Joe, chat. One of the little treat things I do for him is when we go away for a weekend somewhere and we go to an event, I like to book a nice hotel that he wouldn't normally book himself. I think that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
So normally, what Joe will do is Joe will search the local area for hotels and he'll literally book the cheapest one in the area, even if it means it's an extra 10-minute drive or 50-minute drive. He'll book the cheapest one, and if that figure is above like the £100 mark for a night, he'll normally be like, "I'll just sleep in my car."
Yeah.
Because so when I go places, I try and book him. I book him a nice big double room all to himself and prepay breakfast.
I appreciate that ultimately it's a bed and a bathroom, really.
Yeah.
But there are times when it's. But what quality of sleep are you going to get?
Yeah, he tells a story about when I booked a hotel for him before. I think it was at Warhammer World, and he messaged me one night. It wasn't Warhammer World. It was Mikey's event the year I didn't go, and he was sat in a double room with a Domino's pizza on his lap in his pants, watching a film. A Fast and Furious something had come on the telly, and he literally messaged me and was like, "I'm so grateful for you right now." And I was like, "Why?"
Aww.
And he's like, "I'm sat in a lovely hotel room on a double bed with a pizza on my lap, watching Fast and Furious in my pants." And I was like, "Didn't need to know the in the pants bit."
I know I can completely sympathise with him there, because when we had arranged that I have Wednesdays off and you have Sundays off, and on one of my first Wednesdays I had gone to the cinema by myself, I sat in the cinema and cried.
Did you?
Yeah. Because
what was the film? Marley and Me?
No, I think it was Fisherman Friends or something.
Okay.
It was out. It might have been out very early this year, last year.
14 hours and 38 minutes until 2025 for me.
He's in New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Clive Kiwi, how's it going, dude?
And it was the first time that no one needed the toilet. Ben wasn't covering his ears because he has to go to the cinema and then it's too loud and he won't wear his ear defenders. It was just me. I chose the film. I chose the time. I chose where we're sitting. I just cried in the cinema.
I have weird moments. If I get away from the family on my own when I'm not working for a bit, I love it for the first couple of hours, and then I actually miss the family.
Yeah, it takes me more than a couple of hours to miss you all.
Yeah, but our situations are quite different, aren't they? Because like at least on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I spend the majority of I get up in the morning, normal work days on a Tuesday and Thursday. I get up in the morning, I sort the kitchen out whilst you walk the dog. You come back, I go to the gym. I come back from the gym, I get changed, I go to work. I don't come home till like 11:30 midnight later if Brom's playing 2 weeks later. So I've got at least 2 out of 7 days where I'm just not in the house at all, really.
Yeah.
You've got them every single fucking day.
Yeah.
And when I am in the house, I can often be in here working or doing something. You're still with them, teaching them and all that kind of stuff. So like your exposure to the kids is like every fucking day all the time. So I totally get the fact that you're like, I could go a weekend without them and be happy.
I could go a week without them.
Because we fuck them off to my parents every now and again because my mum likes having them for a sleepover, and we'll be like, we can do what we want for a night.
Let's just sit in silence.
Yeah. Or sometimes we'll go to maybe a restaurant that we wouldn't normally take them because they wouldn't eat Mexican food, for example, right?
Yeah.
Or where do we go? Wagamama's in West Key. Fucking pie. Because the kids wouldn't eat it, really. And then I wake up that morning on Sunday, I'm like, I'm ready to go pick the kids up. I want them back home now. And you're like, we can wait a bit. we can leave it a little bit.
I'm not sure how I'd explain to Wagamama's. Can the food not touch each other? And can this be in a little dippy ramekin? And would you definitely want it? We're definitely happy with the food and we know what's in the food, but can it not touch each other? And can it be in a ramekin? No, we do definitely want the food. We're happy to eat here. It's fine. We like the food. But can it just not touch each other?
Yeah. Where's parking Radisson, Andy, close to? Is it close to and has it got parking? CJ, I'll answer your question in a second.
The country club brings everyone together. You'll enjoy seeing the gentry bumping into plumbers and the like.
Oh.
Also, you won't give a monkeys once you're drinking on the patio overlooking the valley.
See, now you just make it sound like
I like that idea.
we'd make the place look messy.
Well, no, they've got plumbers. We wouldn't make them look messy at all.
I don't know. Our plumber's pretty clean.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
Well, no.
Is our family
Yeah.
bathroom got cut holes all over it? Is there boot marks?
That wasn't them. That was the other one.
I'm in, Martin, even if Lucy just chins it off. CJ, Beachhead is a wargaming convention. No, that's not true, is it? It's not necessarily wargaming. It's like a gaming convention that exists in Bournemouth in the UK, which is on the south coast on the beach. It's called Beachhead. So we're excited about the 40k super major that happens at Beachhead. Last time I spoke to what's his face, Adam, when he was down for the stream, they'd sold 170 tickets to the 40k event. However, they also do an AOS event. There's a Blood Bowl event. etc., etc., etc. Loads of events. There's also people sat there playing card games. There's set up stalls. They play a Titanicus game with full-size Titans. There's all that kind of stuff going on. So it's a big gaming convention, but the majority of us are going for the 40k event. The reason why the 40k event is so exciting is because the 40k event is one of the most chill 40k events, as a super major at least, you'll ever go to. So typically you get less superior tryhards who are literally going there to try and win every single game. But the way that Adam runs it is beautifully well done. So he allows you to play your first game either on the Saturday morning, like you normally would, or on the Friday evening if you'd like to. So you can play your first game on the Friday evening and then go out on the piss, which is what we're all intending to do, right? Then on the Saturday morning, guess what? You haven't got a first game because you played it on the Friday night. So you get a bit of a lie-in, get a bit of a fry-up, eat some breakfast, chill out. Great. And then after that, you can play your second game or not. It's up to you. Then you can play your third game or not. You can literally drop in and out. And if you drop out, say you don't want to play game 3 on Saturday, and you drop out early because you want to go and meet a friend in Bournemouth and get some dinner and drink a few more drinks, etc., right? Then on Sunday, just drop back in again if you want. Or you can have the morning off because you've got out of the piss with your mate that you went out for food with last night, and you play game 2 on Sunday instead. Because he goes, as long as you tell me before pairings, I'll drop you in and out as you wish. And he has a couple of people there with him as TOs, as well as drop-in players. So there's never odd numbers of players. No one ever gets a bye. Everyone's always got someone to play against. It's very, very well done. Very well done. And it is why that drop in and out factor is basic, and the fact that it's so close to home is basically the only thing that, for me, pips it just above Mikey's events at Hellstorm up in Sheffield, which we will be going to again this year because he also runs an excellent event. There we go. 5-minute car journey or Uber, because drinking. There's also, in the main gaming hall, there is a bar on site, and the main gaming hall literally overlooks the beach. It's really nice.
What confuses me is if Adam has managed to make it that accessible and inclusive, why isn't everyone doing it that way?
I don't know. It's very different that you can do the drop in and out thing.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a faff for TOs. I don't know why, but I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Because I've also seen people have experiences where their opponent turns up Sunday either super late or super hungover. So they don't get a full game in and they're a bit arsey because their opponent was late because they drunk, or their opponent's so shit-faced it's impossible to play against them.
The aristocracy has a long history of mingling with thespians. You'll be the stars of the ball, and genuinely it's a kaleidoscope of the social strata.
But the words you're using, Martin!
You often forget, Martin, you're speaking to an individual from Coventry, all right?
The most I'm going to be able to contribute is,
More than a syllable.
That'll be it.
More than a syllable, and she struggles.
Yeah.
Chat, we're also on 64 members. Can we hit target for
Do you reckon,
in the next half an hour?
do you reckon Google Translate could help me out?
Maybe. Maybe. There we go. We've hearted all the comments. Andy, can you DM me the that hotel detail if it's 4-star Radisson? I've been to Radisson's before. I'm just going to try and avoid whichever one is the one that Paddy booked for us before. It is right next. Yeah, it is right next to the main pier, which has a fuck off great big arcade in it as well. Love the dogtail going back and forth. It'll be worse if I pick this up. See? She gets very jumpy. It's okay, Luce. Liam will be grifting for Gifted all day. When? What, at the country club? No, Kev. Most of those people won't know what YouTube is. What, you mean they're not live actors? Tim, thank you for the 5 gifted.
This is some community skit.
Yes.
We're the entertainment.
I have to watch it from my phone and not in a fucking box.
Where are my binoclears? I can't see them.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate you. Thanks, Andy. Officer books a hotel for blokes. That turns out shit. Never. The hotel wasn't that bad, but he booked us a twin room, right? And they were both single beds, which instantly made me cry because I don't like sleeping in a single bed anymore. And then we rocked up there and she was like, just so you know, there's a wedding on today. and the music will be being played till late. We were like, that's fine. We're planning on going out to Bournemouth in the evening anyway and having a few beers. So we'll be back late. She's like, okay, cool, that's fine. And off we went. Came in to find that our room is directly above the bar where they were having this live DJ.
The shindig.
And when they said go on till late, I was like, it'll be midnight. No, 2 a.m. So we crawled in like 12:30, half cut, and led there, boom, boom, literally below us. And I was like, Paddy, you're not allowed to book for me ever again.
Ever again.
Ever again.
I'm only messing with you, Luce. It will be a massive laugh and you'll take more piss than you receive. Staff are epic and make sure you have a great time.
He also wrote all the U's as a U, so it's more your language now. Oh, thanks, Martin. You're a legend. Fishing for charitable contributions for the yearly write-offs. Exactly, yeah. Or look for stuff to do in case Arya says no to being inside. There's a lot, mate, in Bournemouth, to be fair. There's a on that same seafront, there's like a little aquarium thing and all sorts of stuff in there. There's loads, isn't there, to be fair?
Have we been to that one?
Yes. We've been to that aquarium in Bournemouth. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or even just to have some time on the beach. Bournemouth
If
Beach
the weather's
is,
okay, it is February.
Yeah, but Bournemouth Beach is like a sandy beach, not our
Bournemouth
famous
Beach is,
English
yeah.
pebble beach.
Some
that is
people in other
not a
countries are
beach.
going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because this is the only type of beach. But Bournemouth Beach is actual sand.
Yeah.
And people go, when like the Americans above, it's like, what do you mean? And, like we go to Cowshot and it's all fucking pebbles and stones.
Yeah,
you
you
wouldn't want
have
to
to-
work on that bare feet, and
You
I
have to
have.
wear your welly boots.
We used to, my folks. So where I'm from, down to the right to the south coast of where I'm from, there's a place called Cowshot and a place called Leap, and they're both beaches, right? And Cowshot had an activity centre, which inside was a velodrome and a ski slope and stuff like that, which we never got to go in because that was expensive and we were poor. So we used to get taken to the beach. Leap was the same. Leap had a great big, like, higher up area, grassy area with an ice cream van, and you could go down a slope onto the beach. And they're all like pebble, stone beaches, which is fine, apart from when the tide comes in, they also become awash with things like shells. And what the shells do, they break. And what happens when shells are broken? They're fucking sharp. And I've got so many memories of kids of, should we go to the beach today? And me and my brother would be like, no, please no. And we go to, like, is it Bournemouth? No, we're not going to Bournemouth. We're going to go to Leap. Oh, for fuck. And Mum would get to the beach. She'd put these towels out and strip down into your fucking swimming trunks, shorts, or whatever, right? The sun's out, blaring, fucking cover. And you go onto the stones, take 4 steps. Ow, fuck.
Like,
And then, ow, fuck. Before you know it, your fucking feet are bleeding. Like, honestly. And obviously it's the English Sea as well. So you run down to the English Sea, put your foot in, it's fucking freezing, your testicles disappear, and then you see some fucking loo roll floating past you. Like, this isn't fun. I've got an open wound on my foot in the sewers now, basically.
Get your free hepatitis check
This isn't fun at all.
on your way home.
Yeah, Evan, thank you for 5 more gifted, you absolute hero. Up to 74. Oh. So that was my experience of beaches as a kid.
Yeah.
Is John sailing over his super yacht for the beach every weekend? I have no idea.
It's super yacht.
Instead of bringing in his private jet. Yeah, I don't know. I looked at the air show. I looked at tickets to the Royal International Air Tattoo because it's been a long time since I've been to the Riot. They get fucking spenny fast as well. I'm still contemplating whether I do or don't want to go because I think the kids might get bored, but they might also love it.
Yeah.
Deep fried Aaron. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships, you absolute hero. What a fucking legend. We're going to make it, aren't we? I can see it now. We're going to make it. It's happening. It's hip hop happening. Thank you, Deep Fried Aaron. Good morning to you. You wonderful human being. You get discount for Riat. Yeah, I know. I get discount for Riat, but I don't think it applies to the family. I may look into it. I have my veterans discount card, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's something else to look forward to in 2025, I guess. So I'm looking forward to Beachhead. Looking forward to Hellstorm again. Potentially looking forward to Riat. Looking forward to Twickenham. I'd like to say I'm looking forward to seeing Saints play. We'll see. We've got a lot to look forward to on the channel in general as well. We're going to continue with at the moment at least, we're going to continue with our 7 streams a week. We might have to make some tweaks soon, depending on how the channel growth goes, and I don't know how I'm going to do that right now, I'll be honest with you. There's a few things we've tried over the last couple of years. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't really worked. The only thing that's really, really definitely worked has been increasing the stream content, and we are now at a point where we're probably, for 40k content alone, or for wargaming content alone, we've probably hit diminishing returns right now. We're almost definitely not going to gain any more from doing more streams at the moment. So, oh my god, Kev, thank you for 10 gifted. Easton, thank you for 5 gifted. Fucking legends. Any more AOS? Yeah. So once Joe returns, we'll go back to our AOS cycle. I have Lee, who painted our Caradron Overlords for us, has asked if there's another army I want him to paint, so I've got to decide what the next AOS army we add to the channel is going to be. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to get him to do. So, won't say stuff go cheaper when you go down. No, that's the problem though, Carl. That's how they get you. So first of all, they're like, you've paid the price. You're clearly happy paying the price. We're going to keep the prices the same. And secondly, like, well, there's more games this season, so season tickets aren't going to get cheaper, are there? There's more games to go to. Any idea what Grotmus attachments we'll see in Jan? No idea. No idea. Thank you so much, you wonderful people, though. We're on 109 members right now. 109.
The people playing with real titans are insane. I have a Chaos Warhound, goes the resin, so much resin, never again.
I've got a Revenant Titan on the shelf behind me to build at some point. And I'm dreading it because I've opened it up twice and got all the pits on the table, and I've instantly gone, nah, and I put them away again. Under 18s do go free until you book them into the family paddock. And then it gets very expensive. And my kids are such that they probably need the family paddock. Mr. Ballsack! I never get bored of shouting that. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, John. That's 50 for the day, mate. Again. I was off breaking Valrak. Don't break Valrak. Break us. He makes enough. Yeah, it's awesome, but fuck me, it's busy. Yeah, this is why I need paddock. Thank you, no, John. I love you.
My girlfriend will be there, and she went to a comprehensive before she went to grammar school. She's even off to see Dua Lipa in the spring.
Who? Who's Dua Lipa?
She's a singer, and she sang.
Can you give me a song that I might recognise? That's some noises.
If you were a girl and I knew you went to the gym, it would probably be in your gym workout, but you're not.
Well, they play music in the gym, so I might have heard it.
But you wear your ears, so.
I do often, not always, but I do often wear my ears, yeah.
So she did the one that said,
The tissue is out the nose for this one.
don't show up, don't come out, don't start staring at me now. Walk away, you know how. It's got a really consistent beat, so it would definitely be in a gym mix. It's a good cross-trainer song. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I reckon.
Stairs, that weird stairs thing
I reckon,
that you will go on. Why you're paying to walk upstairs?
Why you're paying to do CV in the gym? Just walk to the gym. Done.
Yeah, bike to the gym.
Yeah, run to the gym. Done. Do your workout. Run back. Done. CV done. Why? That's valuable weight space taken up with bullshit CV machines. I'll never understand it. You always get these grotesquely overweight women, right, who drive to the gym, park up. I watch them literally park up outside the window, waddle in through the front door, crack a can of Monster, get on the treadmills, stand next to each other, walk for 20 minutes, and then leave the gym. You'd have done more exercise if you walked to the gym. Save yourself a fortune. Unbelievable. There is 2 that get in the gym who have done that quite regularly. Honestly, unbelievable. Carl says copyright strike there. That was so good. Love you, Escapade. See you soon, dude. Oh my god. Lucy's struggling because Dua Lipa didn't sing 21 seconds ago. The only song she knows.
Who sang that? Was it So Solid Crew?
The gym today, by the way, fucking rammed.
I thought it would be because everyone wants to be out pulling tomorrow.
Unbelievably rammed. Like, it was...
They got to get buff.
So someone in Thames was like, yeah, well, it's all the New Year's resolution gym goers. I was like, I don't think it's that, though, because the time of day that I go, everyone's gone to work. And it's why I often go in there. There's like 3 people in there. It's fucking lovely. Right? And this time it was fucking rammed. You couldn't leave a machine for 3 seconds without some twat jumping on it. But I think it's because we're in purgatory.
Yeah.
We're in that weird week where a lot of people are still off of work. So I think that's why it was so busy. But Liam gatekeeping gym usage. No. We're not gatekeeping. I encourage anybody of any body shape or size to get in the gym. And I would never take the piss out of anyone who's in the gym doing work. But I will never understand why you would pay for a membership to drive to the front door, to come in, to walk on a treadmill, and then to leave. That doesn't make any sense. You might as well walk to the gym. You've paid nothing, and you've probably walked further. I don't get it. That doesn't make sense to me at all. If you were... You might drive to the gym, come in and use a rowing machine. It's a bit different. Not everyone gets access to rowing all the time. But I don't understand. Walking on a treadmill, I'll never get it. The stair machine, I kind of understand, because once you've got to the top of your 15 stairs, you then have to go back down again to come back up again. But it's just weird to walk in a gym on a treadmill once you've parked outside the front door. It doesn't make sense. You tell us about your parking savings for the gym. Oh my god. Oh, I was both.
Did chat hear about this as well?
Thanes did. I was both angry and elated this morning at the same time. So there's our local council that looks after our area, right? New Forest District Council. It's got this system. I don't know if other councils have it, but it has a system where they supply you with parking clocks, okay, which are like little bits of like card with 2 spinny wheels in, so you can set the time. Okay, and you could. I've known for ages you can buy parking clocks, and if you're parking in a New Forest District Council public car park, pay and display public car park, instead of paying for a parking ticket for like 2 hours, you can drive in, say at 10:10, set your little clock to 10:10, put it in your windscreen, fuck off, and then if the parking attendant comes round, you've got a parking clock.
I can understand it when it gets to 40f like where I live.
Yeah, but not here, mate. Not on the down south coast of England, Anthony. Thank you for the $5 as well. So that's the system we've had it for ages. So once I started going to the gym regularly last year, and I was going 3 or 4 times a week, I was like, there's got to be a cheaper way. And to do 2 hours parking in the gym, my session is normally just over an hour long. It's normally about 90 minutes in total. Once I've done the warm ups, the warm downs, etc., I'm about 90 minutes in the gym. So mine was to pay for 2 hours in the car park is £3.30 in the car park, the public car park, which is just behind where the gym is, right? So in like June time last year, I was like, I wonder if these clocks are, how much expensive these clocks are. So I looked, and for 3 months, a clock was 45 quid. Well, actually, if I go to the gym 4 times in a week, that's what, 12, 13, 14 odd quid a week. If I do that 4 weeks, do the math, 28, 56 pounds, 60 odd quid in total with the extra days, because a month is more than 4 weeks. So it is cheaper because that's a month, right? So if you do that 3 times, about 150 to 180 quid a month for 3 months of paying for parking, or I could just pay 45 quid for a parking ticket. I was like, banging. I'm saving myself 130 quid here every 3 months. I'll buy a £45 parking ticket. Cool. No, parking clock. Cool. What I did know is there was an option for an annual one, but obviously I'm in June at this point, okay? So I'm not buying an annual parking ticket in June, okay? So 45 quid for 3 months, I was like, cool, I wonder how long it'll be for 12 months. So this morning, I was like, oh, I need to sort that parking clock out before it. So I logged in, and I went long stay, full year, right?
Is Luce in charge of evening dinner for combat patrol event?
Oh, piss off. I wondered how long it would be.
Thanks, Kev, for the 5. So, yeah, she is. So I picked the long stay one. I looked at it, and it was like 240 quid for a year. And I was like, that's not bad, because that's long stay, including beachfront car parks, and we've got a lot of beaches, as you found out, and it's up to 10 hours. But I was like, are we going to use that much? We're probably not. So I was like, let's buy the short stay one. So I went back, picked short stay annual, January to December 2025, clicked on it, and it went £45. I was like, that can't be right. It was 45 quid for 3 months. That can't be right at all. So I backed out, refreshed, went back in, £45 for the year. So I did some maths, and it worked out at over 5. If I went to the gym an average of 3 times a week every week of the year, right, and I normally do 4 sessions, if I went to the gym 3 times a week every single week for a year, it would work out at over £500 in parking. And I've just got it for £45, chat. How good's that?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You're correct. It doesn't make sense. They'd make a lot more money off me if they charged me for parking when I was there.
Yeah.
Up to 20 hours. No, it's up to 10. It said on the website today. I'm sure it said up to 10. It might have said up to 20. Maybe it said up to 10. I'm not sure. I don't know. It was up to more than we were ever going to use it for. Let me put it that way. But yeah, so that's my little story that no one cares about. Fun fact for you. Ow. The 20 people that left watching the stream whilst I was talking about it didn't care.
Oh shit. No, they didn't care.
I can see people using the treadmills in London or Hull less likely to be stabbed for your wallet in the gym. That's fair, yeah. Nobody says, I feel like the solution here is to just not go to the gym. That's not a solution. Can you explain how this clock thing works? I'm a youth. Is there an app? Yeah, you can download the Ring Go app, right? And then just pay fucking 500 quid for the year. If you're not prepared to learn. Ash, I'll be honest.
Right, I think I've worked the maths out.
Oh, God.
Prepare to hold me as I cry, because I've just ruined my project.
Do you want me to check your maths?
It's knitting maths.
Right.
And it looks like that.
What the fuck is that nonsense?
It's fine. I'll go for it. I'll. It's fine. I'm wearing them anyway. No one else is wearing them. And I appreciate the hard work that's gone into them.
No, I
So it's fine.
absolutely appreciate the hard work that's gone into them. I'm excited for when you finally do a matching pair.
That's never happening.
Yeah, I reckon it can happen.
I don't want a matching pair.
Nogel cares about news the most, yeah. I don't think Ash can count to 500. No, you can't, no. It's the same as the amount of minutes he's been alive. Parking in the UK sounds like a nightmare. It is, yeah. Yeah, and also parking in the UK is bad because our parking spaces haven't got any bigger, and modern day vehicles have.
I am prepared to learn, that's why I bloody asked.
Yeah, we got 2 quid out of you, didn't I? Whee! Ash the Ute is using his mum's credit card again for a super chat. Does she check her credit card bill, Ash, at the end of the month and be like, what's all this YouTube nonsense?
And he said a swears as well.
And then she's like, actually, to be fair, at least it's not OnlyFans, so it's fine. It's fine.
He said he swears as well.
Amazing. What is the knitting? The knitting is a sock. The 3rd sock, in fact. This one's going to be handed to Dobby.
No, Dobby's not getting it.
We have also, chat, we've got bonus content tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I think I'm going to be able to cram in 3 hours of bonus streaming to finish off Hogwarts. Left phone behind, guessing the parking rant is over. There was no parking rant. It was a revelation that I've saved a fortune. What was annoying was I was paying £45 every 3 months, and it's actually £45 for a year as well. Better than his crack cocaine habit, exactly, yeah. Poor young Ash, he gets some stick, he does. I love you, Ash. To be clear. He says, no, I checked my own credit card bill, that's why I still have a fucking Peugeot. What's wrong with Peugeots, Ash? Joe's got a Peugeot. Mrs. Reverend also does socks. What, knits them?
Yay! A sock friend.
They're gonna, at this point, they'd probably make slightly better handkerchiefs for these, to be honest with you. Super absorbent.
I'm looking forward to
You
this
could put
song.
one on your hand, and then black.
Nice. I've sort of designed this one myself to try and hit the key parts of my foot that has like the white patch of Reynards, which is...
Ash, it's not that complicated. It's not that. It's not. It's just a cardboard piece with 2 spinny wheels inside them, where you set the time manually, and then you put it in the window. It's not that. It's not this hard.
But it's old tech, babe.
It's not hard.
Old tech. They
What-
fear it.
He's like, oh, so it's like a chess clock. No, there's no tech involved. It's just cardboard and a
It's-
spinny, 2 spinny wheels.
It's the before times, Ash.
You like fucking utes. So can I program it with my iPhone? You don't need to. You just spin 2 wheels and you put it in the window. Honestly, it's not difficult.
He doesn't like it.
I'm uncomfortable if I can't press buttons. Whose car is always bloody braking? I'm not entirely right. I'm going to be honest with you, chat.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not going to lie to you, right? Shit myself off you. I'm going to be honest. All right, Peugeots aren't the most reliable ever, okay? However, Joe's car keeps braking. I don't entirely think it's always just the car. As a fully qualified and trained engineer, if you don't service mechanical components or look after them, if you don't make sure they're correctly lubricated, they're looked after, they're not breaking down, if you don't do all those things, they typically break. That's what happens. Okay. So regular servicing, regular maintenance, regular lubrication extends the life of all mechanical components. It's a scientific fact. With the exception of the annual legally required MOT, how often do you think his car gets any kind of love with servicing or oil or lubrication or checking or inspection or any of that stuff? How many times a year? I'm going to give you a clue. It's less than 1. I want to come to Beachhead. You should. You should, John. It is. I'll give you a clue. It is less than 1. Conversely, I own a Land Rover, which are... You just knocked your cable.
Sorry.
Which are statistically probably less reliable than a Peugeot. And mine hasn't broken down once.
Said it now.
I have, yeah!
Said it now.
Should have said that out loud. But I also look after it. It gets serviced on time. It gets looked after. The oil gets checked. Facts, my car needs maintenance. I'm in the Joe group. I think most people are nowadays. Especially because the majority of modern day cars as well will tell you when the oil's low, and it'll tell you when this is going on, it'll tell you when that's going on, it'll tell you when the bulb's out.
I'm nowhere near it.
What's going on over there then? Oh, it's your needle banging against the
Me.
desk. And it'll there was a noise, and I was like, what's that noise? And it'll tell you all these things, so people just don't check anymore. They don't bother.
But are you
The car
told,
tells you.
Are you told to check on your driving tests and lessons?
Yes.
And, are you still?
Well, when I did it, you were shown how to check your oil. It was one of the potential questions on the driving exam.
But the last time you did a driving test was
Fucking many years ago.
exactly. So if I don't know if they do or don't, but if they don't in these times, then it's unfair to expect a new driver to bother themselves with it.
Maybe they don't check anymore, but because I did my test in 2007. Nightmare! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. 124 team. We're gonna round out on a nice multiple 5. I did my driving test on the 5th of April 2005.
I've never done a driving test.
That's depressing, isn't it? 2005. So old. Thank you, Nightmare, for the 5 gifted memberships.
I don't feel like I've missed out at all by not learning to drive.
I fucking love having the freedom to drive.
I've lived in So I grew up on the outskirts of Cov, but then you get in the bus with your mum or your dad drives you, so that's not really, it's not like a conscious choice or a want at that age. And then I lived literally in a city, so the closest nightclub was maybe a minute's walk away. So all the transport, and then when I lived with my dad, there was still really good transport. And then the next house I lived at, the bus stop was outside, pretty much outside my house, and a supermarket on the same road, so didn't need to drive to get shopping home. And then married you and moved to Hadley, where there was still bus services. So I've not really needed to drive.
The bus services in Hadley were slightly less reliable, though, as you found out when you got a job working on Sundays.
Yeah, then couldn't get to work, so I got fired. But then I got a job in the village, so didn't need transport.
Yeah.
So I've never...
So apparently, according to Ash, they do still ask you how you would check the oil. Even if you're doing a test in an electric car, they'll ask you. And you just have to give a verbal response.
Oh, you don't have to, like, go over and...
I subscribe to the Orc methodology. If I believe the flashing lights are just aesthetic, the car will keep on running fine.
Strong. I'm here for that. That's how Joe does it. He had a big old red warning light for 2 months of last year, which was his ABS.
Automatic? A?
Is it assisted or automatic? I think it's assisted.
Assisted.
What's a really important part? Yeah, really important part.
AB.
S.
System.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what ABS does, right, from a very, 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 very rough description, if you have a car without ABS and you've got a disc brake, right, a disc here, this is your disc, right, and you stamp your foot on the brake, what happens is the brake goes bang and just grips the disc. And as long as you hold that foot down as hard as possible, that will try and grip that disc. And depending on how fast you're going, this is going to clearly try and keep spinning, right?
So is an emergency brake could potentially damage the
If you don't have ABS, it can, yeah, because you can warp your disc, you can burn through your pads. What you also do is you create a lot of skidding.
Yeah.
Because the wheels lock. So if you actually grip that disc, what you're going to probably do is lock your wheels and you'll slide everywhere, right? What ABS does is as you stamp that foot down in an emergency situation, ABS does this. It goes, and you'll feel it juddering for your foot.
Okay.
So it's constantly letting go, grabbing, letting go, grabbing, letting go, grabbing, letting go, grabbing to stop the wheel from ever losing traction is the idea.
Oh, okay.
It's quite important.
Does it also help preserve the disc?
Well,
Because if it's not 100% contact 100% of the time.
arguably yes,
Okay.
it should. But yeah, so it does that with the pallet with the disc in between it, like that.
Yeah.
And so that you keep traction, and if you keep traction, you keep control. And if you keep control, you avoid more accidents, right? Because if you spin, if you wheels lock and you spin out of control, you can go anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
So that's very, 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 very loosely, very, very roughly how that tech works. So he had an ABS red light, which means the ABS wasn't working. So when he's driving home in November and it's pissing down and there's leaves all over the road, if a deer steps out in front of him and he's got to slam his brakes on, he's probably doing fucking ballet across the road. So
I wonder if Joe's then thinking, well, this is just like an old car.
I think he's the kind of person who would just like colour it in with black marker pen and then it's not red anymore, is it?
Yeah.
It's now fixed. He's had the sensor replaced. It's now fixed. It's good. It's fine. But it waited a very long time for that to get fixed. And one day, it really fucking pissed it down. It really rained. And he drove over to the studio and he was like, car's fine. What do you mean the car's fine? The red light's gone off.
Oh, God.
I was like, okay. And it was one of the wettest days we had. It was really hammering it down. And he'd driven through puddles and all sorts. And he went, yeah, I think the water's just washed the sensor and now it's fine.
Oh, God.
I was like, that's probably not what's happened. That's not really how tech works.
Yeah.
To be fair.
It didn't just need a wash, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Jokes on Joe, I don't have ABS. Red light means it might not be working. Might. Yeah, I know, but you don't want to take that gamble with things like a braking system, do you, to be fair? But yeah. Anyway, we are at 9 o'clock and we have a meeting soon, Luce and I.
Yeah.
I know, weird, but this is the life we lead, unfortunately. unfortunately.
Not weird for night shift.
That's not unfortunate. It's not unfortunate at all. It's a great life that we lead, and it's all because of you lot. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, you wonderful people. It's been amazing. We have got to 124 new members on stream, which is unbelievable. So thank you so much, you wonderful humans, for that incredible level of support. Big shout out to John, who, via his various accounts, 4 days in a row now has gifted 50 memberships. 4 days in a row. Unbelievable. We're going to end up quite low, I think, in December. But people like him, people like Kev, people like Aaron, etc., people like Star, all the gifters actually, everybody who's gifted, everybody who's super chatted, all Martin super chats today are helping it be less of a sting. So thank you so much, you wonderful humans, for that. You're amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. I'm going to go now, and we're going to say goodnight. However, many streams to come. We're back tomorrow afternoon, finishing Hogwarts Express Lego build live on air, because I promised you I would. We're back tomorrow night at 9:30 tomorrow night, right? Much nicer for the Australians tomorrow. We're back at 9:30 tomorrow night, and we'll be live for 3 hours.
Woo.
As we see in 2025 with all of you. Okay. Then on Wednesday we'll come back at 7:30, our usual time, for a New Year's resolution stream, and I'm going to keep that stream. And I'm probably going to download it, and I'm going to go through it, and anybody who submitted a super chatted New Year's resolution on Wednesday, I'm going to write it all down.
Oh.
And then at the end of 2025, we're going to go through it again. I think that's a cool thing to do. We've never done it before. I reckon it'll work, right?
Yeah,
We're going to try and hold you accountable, okay?
Ooh.
Then, on Thursday, we have the Liam, Tom and Paddy show at 1:30, and a live game of Warhammer 40k in the evening at 7:30, and then we'll round off the stream streak on Friday with another After Dark stream at 8:30. Many funs, lots of laughs, big wow. All right? A meeting is what they tell the kids. I hope the meeting's not too quick. Love you all. You're wonderful human beings. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Lucy, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Best chat.
Best chat. Always best chat.
Always.
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you in the next one.